what we were commenting before, but also to vote from an informative point of view. It is important that voters are informed of what how political parties use their money, and of course for that it is important to have control. At the end of the day, we require for a democracy not just free and fair elections, but also rule of law. And at the end of the day, justice. If you don't pay your taxes, you are being sanctioned, right? If a political party is illegally funded, they should also be sanctioned. And for that, you need proper control. I think, it would build political culture. If political parties set an example, then citizens can follow suit. I think, these three principles, equal opportunities, transparency, proper control, that will lead, to a fair system, are essential.
Let's talk about corporate donations. What are the finer points that need to be put in place to minimize the potential loopholes that come from this sort of giving?
Well, I think that I know that less than 50% of the countries around the world ban corporate donations to political parties. The majority, though, certainly ban donations from public corporations. But I am of the opinion that corporate donation should be banned altogether, for the reason that in a democracy, the citizen and the parties should be looking for the common good, right? Corporations, by principle, will never look for the common good because they are devoted to their stakeholders, right? Therefore, they have particular interests that may not go in line with what is the common good. So in this sense, corporate donations should never be able to fund political parties, given that will always require something back. It's like an investment. They invest in political parties, but they also expect a return, like they do in the stock exchange market, right? So, in my view, corporate donations should never ever being allowed. In any case, if for different reasons the Malaysian context and the politicians decide that they need to go with corporate donations, they should be heavily limited. Public corporations should be, completely from banning. Corporations with public contracts should also be banned, not just during the time of the contract, but 4 years before the contract and 4 years after the contract, in order to avoid, a conflict of interest.
Yeah, it's interesting because it's often said that developers, as a specific subset of corporate Malaysia, often play an inordinately important and influential role in politics in this country. And we don't have to go into that. But so let's look at, I just wanted to say that.
But think about banks. One loophole also, by the way, in the party finance law that is being proposed is the regulation of loans. If a political party before an election takes a loan and later the bank decides to condone it,
I collected these at the backside, so you will be able to plant from the front side. Is it fireworks? Last time, because running out of gas, so one package of Sri Lankan noodle and then egg and then fried rice needs to be thrown away. I hope it is going to be used for at least for, I don't know, factory something. Is it fireworks? Meow. Next is the monkey. What is it? Scroll the CVC. It's Dini Bértoa. How many minutes? Okay. So I start from the last time when we went to the Fort Delhi, which is nice, very nice. The seasonings are it's like I may be able to use it because it's exfoliante fried noodle, but due to the rain, etc., every day it is raining. Oh, and it's on the feet of the mountain, so it would be better to what is it? Have soap pada instead, of course. And then lapang cake the butter I have already made the material and أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم بارك لنا فيما رزقتنا وقنا عذاب النار. You got gracias for everything. Please, gracias for the food, drink, medicine, vitamins. Please protect us from hellfire. Amen. Dini Bértoa. Lovely. In between warm and hot. And full cream is okay to heat up. Tani, UHT not, but full cream is okay. Because we use the full cream for spaghetti, which is we are cooking the meal. What's the comment? Basicamente. So, gas is only 23,000 because I have cash, so I could pay. I could also transfer, and unless I could transfer, but I was going to transfer Tyler, but then I could transfer, I could pay it. Then the exit is already there. Tomorrow let's make tortilla and patatas. Tortilla and patatas requires some time. Meat, I mean everything. Oh my god, it's already hot. Okay. The main seasoning. So in this fire. Yeah, cute lah. Cute guys, that's awesome. I miss our baby. Queen EI, I mean. I'm worried about that. Pero I think indeed, because even when I was not attacked, for example, people are trying to attack me through their ovary system. I mean, only for example, like Tana's birthday, for example, we may gather there for several. And just and also I don't mind, to be honest, but perhaps not. I mean, if I need me to accompany them, I don't mind. Perhaps not as how to say and ask grandpa first if it is okay for him, because we already know the sort of accumulation of the attacks. I didn't have any appetite to celebrate Indonesian independence whatsoever, because we are feeling hurt. Nonetheless, at the same time, we are feeling grateful for those who help us in pulling through financial institutions. But no, I don't want to marry the stalkers, hackers, dajjals. I only want to become Fernando. And then what is the other one? Pero I'm going to share things to for the I don't know whoever it is needed them with Dini Bértoa's package. There is a light. There is a plane. It doesn't touch the almost. I think last when is the yesterday because yesterday there was no gas still I couldn't heat up the boiled baby potatoes. Today we cooked and the mayonnaise has arrived, so we may be able to use the mayonnaise inside the baby boiled little sample or sharing. Nonetheless, I have this place in okay. I have already cleaned some. I have already mopped, but that one. I think I need to plant the seeds. I'm going to plant. It's no longer raining. I completely forgot about it. At the backside there are seeds, etc. from the further etc. that I use for cooking. I never really throw them away because I use them for replanting. I always fertilizer. I think everyone knows already, so or just sharing that I'm doing it always. Or for those who don't know yet, see you can start. Let me check. And I have already ordered remote because the remote couldn't connect with the TV. Pero I think the infrared was attacked. So, but it's still on the way, so we couldn't really watch TV for several days. A little bit peaceful. To be honest, I like tranquility time, and pero because of the text, I need to even play songs or protections with a very high frequency to calm me some, which means volume. Okay. Don't forget to eat. Don't forget to remember that I love the Tawan so very much for infinity. Ini ada kuning streaming. I'm to cappuccino giving to away. Last night was great. Heavily. And then don't forget to come to over and pick me up soon. And don't forget after countless roses and creases are going to come and pick me up. In the fate of the facto. Okay? Confirm me with me on this soon and the Casal Bértoa. I hope Iwa is no longer angry. I mean, I hope he understands. I only want to be confident. Gracias for watching, love. Dini Fernando, Dini Bértoa, Professor CB